Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I do readings for Pisces. Now yesterday's energy had me, so overwhelmed, Pisces, so overwhelmed. You trying to figure out how to fill your cup with the things that you wanted or needed. It was so very frustrating because it's like you were emptying your cup and you were trying to refill it, but somehow was getting refilled with the same stuff, and it was terribly frustrating. So I re-listened to the videos before I uploaded them and thought I'm going to have to redo them, but I guess the storm that was going on was really just within me because I didn't really hear it. Some of you who listened to the ones yesterday who need to hear that storm or feel that storm will have felt it. For those of you who are just listening and getting, you know, tips and tricks on how to deal with, you've probably felt a lot better. We're going to look at that this week. We're really going to look at this week, Pisces. The cards that came out for today, which is the spiritual guidance, is the Five of Swords, and there are no wrong turns. So I feel that Spirit's coming in and wants to explain to you that it doesn't much matter what happens. It doesn't matter. It matters. It matters how you're frustrated, but it's not a wrong turn. It's not a wrong play. You're not doing anything wrong. Well, you see, that's... you are living your life the way you're supposed to. But the things that are happening are to point out where things need to rebalance or be changed. So don't be so hard on yourself going, I'm just not getting it. This is what they're trying to come in with. It's like, I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. Okay? This isn't like something you have to battle for the rest of your life. The conflict that comes in, it's trying to show you the way. I decided to take the Power of Surrender cards today. I'm going to take the Magic of the Unicorns too, or actually I think I'm going to take more the Sacred Destiny deck. So this is the Power to Surrender cards. Oh, like it just came out. So surrender to what is. Okay, we had the card of flow yesterday. They're telling you it's very important to reestablish the flow. In other words, you're taking in a lot of negative feelings, or you might be, or it might be trying to come in. Now is very important for you to make sure that you balance these out, okay? Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation compassionately, accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Okay, it's perfect. I mean, with conflict, they say fighting, change a situation compassionately, accepting it is exactly as it will bring you peace. So I'm thinking it's not trying to get away from it. What I feel is you see, all week I've been getting this feeling of just, you're trying to fight things off. You're trying to, the more you push against it, the worse it feels. And I feel like you don't need to be doing this. You don't need to push up against it anymore or fight it. Just let it be. If you need to be exasperated by the situation, I think it's okay. It's okay for you to go, well, this is crap. Take a deep breath and go, this is complete shit. Like, this is complete crap. What's going on? Okay? Why is this feeling so, left turn when I'm trying to pull it right? Why am I pushing when I'm supposed to be pulling? So take a moment and figure out why this feels so god-awful, okay? And as soon as you, instead of fighting it, the soreness of your throat chakra closing in, or your energy field closing it, it's actually going to just release you. They're showing me the Chinese finger puzzle. You ever see those where you put them and the more you pull, the more you're stuck? Look at it, it's called Chinese finger puzzle. I first saw it on Star Trek because I'm a Trekkie, and they're just, you pull, you pull, you pull. And the idea is you have to push in, push it in, and then your fingers release. So it's the opposite of what you're supposed, or you've been doing. They're showing me this. They're going, do the opposite of what you've been doing. Okay? What exactly that looks like for you, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take, like I said, the Sacred Destiny. I do feel the pressure of, like, the end of the month coming. It's probably because of the holidays. It is probably because of the holidays coming in that's all of this is coming to a head, and situations, they're telling me that feel like immovable walls, you know, like it could be a parent, an older generation who, you know, have not, or not open to new things. They're just stuck in the same old, and it keeps saying the same stuff, right? Okay, so Illumination, I like that. It's saying that by taking the time, yesterday we had the sun, okay? Take the time, see what's in the shadows, figure out what's there. You will get illumination by just stopping and stop fighting it. Stop. It's like seeing that finger Chinese puzzle, you have to push it in. It's like if you stop long enough fighting it, if you stop pulling on the fingers, the idea comes as like, look, okay, I'm stuck. Okay, you've acknowledged that if you have this thing on your fingers, like, I'm stuck. Like, and the more I pull, the more it tightens, the more stuck I am. So stop moving. And then it'll give you enough time to stop, to illuminate what's going on. What else can I do here? I've realized that pulling doesn't help. Although pushing seems like it wouldn't, like, it doesn't make much sense. Maybe if I work with it, poof, and then your fingers are free, it's going to give you enough, the pause is going to give you enough time to get out of the situation. Okay? So this is their advice to you, Pisces, which sounds pretty good to me. I mean, honestly, it sounds pretty good to me. I think I'm going to pull another oracle card. I think for the readings today, I'm going to pull all the oracle cards. Why not? Why not, Pisces, right? Surrender to what is. See the conflict for what it is. Stop long enough to see the illumination. This is a card we're going to be doing this afternoon. There are no wrong turns. So this is, but they're together, so that's why I'm leaving it off in the distance, just so that you can see. Enlightenment. See, illumination and enlightenment. Look from the highest perspective. See the divine in everyone. This, as it gets closer to this card, it's almost like telling me that there are no wrong turns. There is no situation of going, this is not a good situation. This is a wrong situation. Why is this happening? There's no wrong situation. It's all for a purpose. It's to show you that you've been pulling when you should have been pushing, and that's what it's showing you. So there are no wrong things. You have to give yourself a break, and you also have to calm down enough to think, okay, let's enhance my calm here. Let's take a moment. Let's regroup. Let's see. And let's see if I can, you know, cast a light on it and then get enlightened enough to get out of this situation. So whatever it is, Pisces, just try to get through it. With the energies of yesterday, I have to tell you, there's some heavy meditating this morning, just some quiet work, so that I could balance out my energy, so that whatever's coming through doesn't throw me for a loop. Wow. Because yesterday was a little bit, wow. I don't expect it when it comes in. It was actually very, I used to feel this way when I was much younger. I'd get really like upset, you know, I'd go from 0 to 100, and it feels like that happened yesterday. It was like, oh my God, it's like I just went full throttle into anger and frustrated mode, right? So you have the Explorer of Swords. Yeah, the Explorer of Swords is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the one who ready for battle, no matter what the consequences. I'm going to battle you. I'm going to fight you to the end. You know, my sword is at the ready all the time. Bring it, okay? So that's what I was feeling. I was like, oh, you know, you're so on it that you are doing that puzzle. You're pulling, you're pulling, you're pulling, but nothing is really happening. All you're doing is you're creating more tension. So it's, if by not feeding that tension, you're actually going to create either solutions and a release, or at least give yourself a break to get redirected, okay? Okay, so you also have the Explorer of Wands up for a challenge, but it didn't quite come up, but that fire is going to consume. I mean, they're both, you see, look at them. I mean, I will put it down, because look at them. They're both like ready for each other. See that? See that? It's like, bring it. And it's just too much. It's just too much right now. And it's not in the season of what I like to think as the holiday season, the season of love, the season of you know, just accepting. But it does, these seasons do bring out the worst in people. They do. I mean, if you probably sometimes end up with people you haven't seen all year. In this case, maybe a couple of years, and just bringing yourself back into the energy of new old people when you've changed so much. It can trigger you like that, okay? Because you're used to like birds singing, like you're hearing in the background, you're used to finding your Zen moment, and then you have all this energy of coming at you, and it's just a little too much. Especially if some of these people were very good at getting your goat, as they say, right? So, the Explorer Fetiger, look at all this Knight energy. It's very forceful. Knights are, they're fighters, they're warriors, okay? So the warrior in you is really getting activated, but they're asking you to take this warrior. If you look at him compared to these two who are about to fight, this one, he's ready to just kind of walk in the field. Take a calm, take a break. That Chinese puzzle there. Okay, just stop. All right, let's see. Let's take a breath. Okay, so yes, my fingers are still in here, but they don't feel quite as tight anymore because I'm not pulling. Because it's not tightening when I pull. So it's like, all right. So now there's a little bit of more room to think, a little more room to move. It may take a little longer because you may be with these fingers together going, this is, how does this work? Okay, but it's enough to give you just enough momentum to get you going in the right direction, to stop the conflict, okay, to let the illumination come in. So this today is the spirit guidance. This is where spirit comes in and tries to help you with the energies that come in to present themselves to show you what's going on. And, you know, the Ace of Wands coming in to let you know that sometimes there's a better way. There's a new idea that comes in. There's an energy that's presenting itself that you can use creatively rather than defensively or destructively. And but you need to take a moment to go back to 0 is what I feel like, because this is the one. So this, by this time you're already like full-fledged into this energy. This is taking the time so that you can get that illumination. See? The ace, the spark, illumination, ding. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's a better way. I'm giving an example of getting stuck in a situation, and probably with another person, because a lot of the time when we get stuck, it's either a situation we feel is out of our control. So that's usually work situations or people situations. So this is why I'm talking a lot about this week. And I feel in December a lot of us do go out and, I don't know, have to like give and take with different situation. Different people are under stresses. You know, their Christmas is very stressful for a lot of people, and the energy changes. It can either be a very, we like to think that it's going to go into a very nice feeling, but this year I feel that it's going to be a hodgepodge of things. If you don't care too much about money and more about how you can meet the people you love and want to spend time with them and are willing to be open to that, you can have a very nice holiday season. But if it's all about forcing people to be together or having to buy and buy in a world where inflation is just going nuts, it might cause a lot of pressure points. So I would say just foster and nurture you to try to get through the holiday season with more of a heart center rather than an energetic battle with other people and situations, okay? Do what you can, right? So this is get you the Judgment card in this deck I love, because this is like a frosty situation going back into an illuminated one. And you have the Enlightened cards. And it's no coincidence, there's no coincidence on this channel, by the way, that the colors through the door match the colors of this card. Of course not. Two totally different decks, but somehow they managed to just mesh. And that's what you need to do, Pisces. You need to try to mesh with your life and your situation. Try to get yourself out of this rigmarole of back and forth, okay? Okay, we'll do one more. Right, and there you go. You have the Two of Swords, which when I first did the reading this week, I felt this was like, this is the 5, but look at it. See what I mean? That it's got that crisscross, of course. No coincidences. So this is just a momentary, and is it really between you and somebody else, or is it between you and you? Are you causing the delay by forcing or trying to battle the situation out? So it's temporary. Spirit is saying, they're kind of showing you there are no wrong turns of this card that we're going to do this afternoon. We're going to talk about when something feels out of whack or out of energy, like unbalanced the way this feels, it's definitely trying to point you in a different direction. So it's up to you to pick up the cue and to go with it. And that's what we're going to look at this afternoon. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings, Pisces. Thank you to everybody who's joined and on a membership for the extra videos that are not available here, and the Patreon as well. They're the same, they're just two different platforms, but I put the same videos on both, so you get access to them. It doesn't matter what level you join, you get everything the same. I thank you to everybody who's given super thanks. Every little bit helps for this channel and myself, and I appreciate you greatly for being here every single day, for subscribing and watching and commenting. You guys are so great. So I usually say to write something in the comments. How about I will take a pause in the situation to see what's what. How's that? I will take a pause in the situation to see what's what. So it's always a good thing when things are going out of control to do that regardless. So I will see you later. Take care, Pisces.